If a man really wants you, you won't have to ask for effort. He will make time. He will text you. He will call you. Trust me, no man is too busy for a woman he truly wants. That is a fact. Yes.
Men are such simple creatures that they will tell you what they want. For example, if they tell you that they want to spend date night ordering in pizza and watching a movie, they literally mean that. And it can be any pizza, any movie. If a woman says that she wants pizza in a movie, what she really means is that she wants a gourmet pizza, a salad with like 10 things in it, and very expensive wine. And the movie is one out of specifically 3 that she's willing to watch, but she's chosen those in her head that you don't have access to. So good luck figuring it out.
3 things we need to normalize in relationships. Number 1, really boring times. This is not a circus. They are not here to entertain you, nor you them. It's okay to have boring moments. It's okay to have boring phone calls or conversations. It's okay to be bored sometimes. It doesn't mean that the relationship is bad or over. And along those lines, it's also okay to have a roller coaster of feelings. Some days you're really into it. Some days you're not. I was talking to my friend the other day and she was ready to throw it all out because she wasn't feeling the same. But she also had a lot of stress going on in her life. You're not always going to feel the same. Everything else around you is going to impact the way you feel in your relationship. So don't make any big decisions when you're stressed. And normalize the fact that your emotions will change over time. And lastly, attraction levels can change in a relationship. Sometimes you're super into them and sometimes you're not, and that's okay. Give it a moment to level out before you make any decisions. Long-term relationships come with a plethora of emotions.
This is something that women will never be able to understand about men. It's literally impossible. We've been trying to get them to get it for years and they just can't get it. I don't care if I've been intently focused on a game of 2K or a drawing or a video or doing some editing. Do not get up and go into the other room. What are you doing? You've been given exclusive access to his bubble, and when you are in it, even if you are out of sight and in silence, his capacity to do amazing things skyrockets.
Sometimes the person that you want doesn't deserve you. Say it again. Sometimes the person that you want doesn't deserve you. Now my question is, why do we pick those people? What makes us pick the person that we know subconsciously doesn't deserve our love? Huh? I'm ready to fight myself. What past trauma? What? Which one of you motherfuckers made me like this? Huh? We go for the toxic boys because they're interesting and fun. Why? We don't want stability and true love? My therapist is definitely getting a call later tonight.
5 signs they don't love you anymore. The first, they stop taking an interest, not caring about how you're feeling, what you're doing, who you're seeing. 2, there's an unwillingness to communicate. No matter how hard you try, it's met with disdain. 3, they don't open up. They're burying their feelings, not trusting to share any of it with you. 4, they consistently defend others' behavior while always challenging you on yours. And 5, it's conditional. They love you when it suits them and it's convenient. When things get tough, there's no apologies, no effort, no safety. Always wondering where you stand.
If someone does this, they're meant to be in your life forever. 1, you're not afraid to disagree with one another. 2, you're comfortable telling them things you don't tell anyone else. 3, you know for a fact they help you become a better person.
Listen up. One of the best pieces of relationship advice that I can give you is that before you get too serious with someone, make them angry. Make them angry and see how they respond. Because you need a partner whose love is not shaken by their anger. You need someone who cares about your well-being, even when they're mad at you. Let that sink in.
I told my wife when I got with her, I said, look, I'll do anything for you except one thing. I will not give up on my dream. If I got to surrender my dream, I'd rather be alone. Because if I abandon my dream, I'll abandon you. I truly believe that. I see so many people, man, they give up their dream for the wife. They give up their dream for the husband. And then the wife and the husband get together and they have kids and then they give up their dream again. So the day we have kids, we cannot blame the kids for not going after our potential and our dreams. If we ever have kids when we were getting together and she wasn't ready to have kids, she wasn't even ready for me. I knew she was the right person for me. And I'm like, look, I'll give you anything. Monogamy. I'll never cheat cheat on you. I'll take care of you. I'll provide you with a life that you can only dream of. This was 12 years ago. This was way before Grant really hit full Grant. I said, look, if I got to be less than who I'm meant to be with you,
That's powerful.
can't give you that.
This is the best relationship advice for girls. No one else will tell you this, but I will. There's no man in the world who is responsible for your happiness. If you're in a relationship and you think that this guy needs to change, you are saying he is not right for you. You are not getting happiness from that relationship. So break up with him. Just break up with him.
This is not your job. Your job is not to keep a person in your life. Your job is not to keep a person in your life forever. Your job is not to make one person like you. That's living in scarcity. The universe is in abundance. There's an abundance of rain. There's an abundance of breath. There's an abundance of heartbeats. There's an abundance of people. There's no scarcity of soulmates. That's something in your mind. That's not true. Disney has one princess, but in reality there's many princesses. Unlimited. As many as you have desires. But it's not your job to choose the princess. It's your job to raise your frequency, match the vibration that you want to have in your life, and let them come to you. Don't hold on to something that wants to go away. It's good that it goes away because it will make you grow. Even this pain right now, if you let it flow through your heart, it will bring you to a higher place. And on that higher place, you will meet a more amazing person than that person for you.
It's not uncommon to fall in love with somebody because they're really strong in areas that you're weak. Like maybe they're really spontaneous, and charismatic, and warm and social. You're more introverted, you're kind of shy, you wouldn't really put yourself out there, and so being around them is kind of thrilling and exciting because, I don't know, they push you into all sorts of situations that you wouldn't have had yourself, but I don't know, it's nice. Or maybe they're really organized, right? You go over to their house and it's clean. Wow. And your life is a bit of a mess in more ways than one, so being around them is really restful. It feels like stability, like safety. It's really refreshing. But what happens is you get in a relationship, the infatuation dies off, and then they start to notice all these areas that you could grow, and that becomes uncomfortable. Because, I don't know, you have different personalities. So you have two options at this point. You can get resentful, and then you can point out all the ways that they're weak too, and ways that they need to grow, and you get in this like argumentative, critical space because, well, you happen to be strong in all the areas that they're weak too. Or there can be this mutual, I don't know, agreement between the two of you that you're going to move towards each other and help each other grow in all the areas where you're weak. And, I don't know, maybe you're spontaneous and fun, but you also don't clean up after yourself, and you need to. And so instead of getting defensive, you're going to lean into that, lean into the discomfort, and let a place that used to be characterized by conflict be a place that actually produces intimacy.
My question is, why do men lie so much? I mean, y'all know I ain't lying.
Okay, you want truth? This is why men lie. Because we are afraid of your reaction to the truth.
Right.
3 signs that he's in love with another woman. Making this video is going to hurt, but if no one's telling you the truth, then I'm going to have to tell you. So let's go. So number 1, he gets defensive when you ask him a simple question. One of the warning signs is when innocent questions seem like accusations to him. And this is because he is hiding something. If your significant other tends to break sweat, get pale, angry, or sarcastic whenever a simple question is presented to him, then that might be a sign that he is in love with someone else. If he is hiding the fact that he is cheating on you, then he might respond in one of those manners. Number 2, his friends act differently around you. Fortunately, you will see it in the way his friends act around you. If they exchange weird looks, avoid talking to you, or you feel like they're always hiding something, that is because they might feel guilty too. Number 3, he mentions her at random times. Of course, he won't tell you that that is the woman he's cheating on you with, but her name will come up once in a while.